Whoa, there's delay and stuff and craziness happening everywhere. Welcome, one and all. Let me put the big camera on. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good morrow, good yesterday. And for all of you in the future watching this now, welcome to the Getjervis World of Synths. You are warmly invited to further future and past events of this wonderful gathering of like minds, which has now been somewhat regularly on your little screens, big screens if you're watching it on a projector, enormous screens, streaming on your screens, screaming on your screens for some 6 months. So thank you for joining and for continuing to join. So I've got a bit of a fringe issue now. Let's just deal with that. This is live events. They do that. Okay. Oh, I see what's happening. Not enough conditioner. You know, modern things. Anyway, welcome. This is the anniversary, midpoint anniversary, so not a huge, but still worth marking. There is a question in the top of the chat if you're watching this now. If you're watching this after, please feel free to add your favourite memory of the 6 months we've been streaming in the comments. But if you're chatting now, let's talk about it today, tonight, now. So reply to the Q&A, which is simply this. What is your favourite moment of the last 6 months? I've got a few, but what are yours? And we'll talk about that a little later on after we've seen who's in the chat. Let's have a look all the way back in time. I guess the tech issue's sorted now as well. I don't know what it is, but I'm now, you're in mono, so any stereo stuff that's happening is just not going to happen. So who's in the chat? We've got Andy. Oh, is this top messages again? I set this earlier to, you know, I've done it now. I've got it sorted. I know what I'm doing. Andy, good evening. Caps lock only. Good evening, Tom. Richard, I hope you're feeling better. You just had a big operation. Hopefully you're somewhat relieved with some pain. Relief medication, I hope, helping you ease back in and you're not overdoing it with your studio. Steve is we've got some extra spanners in the chat as well, so Steve is going to help me not miss things, along with Shroomy as well. Jason Maggs, welcome. Aha, you're here. I miss you, you swine. Davi, welcome. Do not use Get as our mix engineer then. Well, I'm not monitoring past the mixer because there's delay on the Is this in sync, by the way? Because it wasn't on Sunday, and people were telling me, and I just missed it, which is why we've got spanners, extra spanners, because this spanner needs an extra spanner. Man with beard, good evening. Cloud face, left only. Yes, that's true. Marky, hello. Anna, sorry to hear about your. I presume it's a bird you've lost. Yeah, pets are. It's difficult, isn't it, when you lose a pet? We obviously had a close call this week with Tom. Both of them are in the studio right now, so we can say hi to Tom. I mean, you might be able to see him there. He's just been, I think, let me just quickly coax him out because I've got some catnip treats. He's been digging at the carpet because he could smell them, I think. I think he might come up. Let's move the cake out of the way. Yes, I've got cake. Come on. If you want one, they're up there. Come on, Tom, don't be silly. Oh, okay, cat on the table. Guaranteed. Let's get a side act. So there you go. Guaranteed way of getting Tom on on any of my. Let's see, we're matching tonight. So yeah, Tom. This is 10 with Tom. This is probably the longest we've had Tom in front of the camera in his various episodes. So 10 seconds with Tom is usually as much as we get. So maybe catnip is the way forward. Tom's been wrestling badgers. So he had an infection in his face, which swelled up really badly. So we've seen, and he's made a fantastic recovery. As you can see, he's happy. Let's move the fork out of the way because I don't want to be eating your fur. As much as I love you, I don't want to, do that. I've seen lots of videos of people clipping cat nails, but actually putting their fur. Oh, it's just weird. I won't do that. Anyway, so carry on back to the chat. Biscuit, good to see you. Man with beard. I think I've already said that. Anna, we've spoken. Yes. Who else have we got there? Jason Maggs, homegrown. Lovely to see you. Here he is. Here he is. You're going to put your bum in my coffee as well. We're not going to have much coffee left by the time we finish this, though. You're right, mate. You're right. But he's made a fantastic recovery. Maybe I'll put some more on so you can see him. If I do it in a way that faces a camera, you can see his... Well, you can probably see that. Look at that. Oh, he's so easily bought for the price of 30 pieces of catnip. Is this in your way? You're not actually in the screen. Oh my word. Okay, so yeah, cats synthesize. If you've just joined, if you've never seen this before, it's what we do: cats, cake, and synthesizers in that order, because the cats generally run the show. But it's nice that that Tom's obviously feels like he's got to be here now, which is, it's important. I can't see the chat anymore because I've got a cat in the way of the chat. We're doing some tongue twisters tonight. Have you done? Have you done? Are you done? Can we carry on now? Can I see the chat? Well, welcome everybody else that's there. Oh, you beauty! There you go, boy. There you go. There you go. Look, he likes that. That's your spot, isn't it, mate? Okay. I think I'm going to put you next to Robbie. Oh, he's gone. Let's go. Well, maybe not. Maybe just put those up there. If he fancies them later. Right. Jackson's looking at me really cross. Excuse me, he says, I'm the star of the show. How dare you not? Right. Okay. So who have we got? Sound stereo, but low. Okay. Thank you. What I'm going to do then, I'm guessing it's low because it's stereo. Let me just whack that up. I'm just going to, how's that? Is that better now? Have we got a bit more? I'm going to put that up there. It does look very low. Is that too loud now? Am I distorting? That's clipping in the software for the switcher. I can only think. Oh. I wonder if that's better. No, it's still not coming through on the right channel. That's really, really odd. Don't understand why that is, because it's plugged in and it's outputting. Oh, I need a better mixer. Dear Santa, please can I have a better mixer for the live stream experience for everybody, not for me, for you. Okay, and if you run a company selling mixers, just send me one, and I'll put it here so that everybody... I think we're going to get... So, as I was saying, I'm going to put your favourite... your favourite... my mum will be pleased if my mum's watching this, which I will send her to this, but... you beautiful boy. You beautiful boy. Right, let's get Robbie out of the way. That's Robbie, by the way, if you've not mentioned. Named after the Robbie Precelli FM. It's an FM synth plant. Anyway, what have we got? So, I think I've got through to Cloudface. Hello, flautist, I believe. Yes, a flutist. Although I don't play that well. VP, good to see you. Marky, we've done that one. Thomas, welcome. Viral Beats. Hello. I think FX Music, welcome to the channel. And I think we've got there. Yeah, so, you wired things up today, Richard. Very good to hear that. Excellent. Yes, thank you. Bo Beats, welcome back to the celebratory 6 months. I've been doing this 6 months, plumbing away. Thank you for joining us. Very, very, very honoured to have you, sir. Don, JJ, I like cake. Yes. So what you're saying is that your favourite episodes are ones that feature cake. That's brilliant. I think we've nearly got to the end, and have I missed anything that's that needs addressing? We should have a jam for Hector, though, definitely. So yeah. Hey E, how did you think of Tom then? Is Cheese Strings enjoying the animal flavoured sort of episode as well? So I think I've seen and addressed everybody in the chat. If I haven't addressed you, hi. If you're lurking gherkin, hello. You're important too. You stay lurking because we need you. And if you're watching this after the event, welcome again. So, yeah, so 6 months. Have a think about what... Oh, Paul, how you doing? From sunny Maryland. Yes, I've been out walking in Maryland. No, I haven't. I'm trying to think when I was in Maryland. Maryland. See, it doesn't sound right out of my mouth, does it? It doesn't sound like that. It's like when I try and say, Raleigh in North Carolina. It's Raleigh. I can say that one because I've got friends from Raleigh. But it's for a British voice to pronounce some of these American places. It just sounds wrong. It's good to have everybody. I think. Hey. Lamont's there as well, sneaking in. You're streaming after this. Hopefully we'll be done in time for that. I think 10 o'clock you're on, aren't you, in UK time? So look forward to your stream there. Right, so Anna's Hector is a module. Oh, I see, not a bird. So I'm a bit confused. So anyway, someone will explain that to me shortly, I'm sure. So the next phase of this operation is, what are we drinking? What are we drinking? Not when or where, what? And I, this evening, am joined by True Start Coffee. Coffee with a true start to the day. Whenever you need a B-certified corporation making your coffee, True Start make the coffee for you. Drink it. It's very chocolatey. Very chocolatey. It's a good brew to start. Actually, it's a good brew for this time of night, actually. That would work well with a croissant dipped inside it. Delicious. Good for breakfast, good for lunch, good for supper. True Start Coffee. I have a strawberry and banana smoothie. Hey, Billy Bart Cody. Hello. How you doing? So, yes. So what are you drinking? So we've got a smoothie. Peter, where are you? I'm definitely all messages. I'm seeing it all live. I had some real technical... we have gremlins on this show. Now, that's the point. We've got a gremlin tonight. It wouldn't be a Getjervis show if it ran smoothly. I'm looking forward to upgrading and having some some stings, jingles, and some graphics as well of some sort, whether it's just like a little video clip that I play, using the some sort of trigger to do that. And I mean, that's going to be hilarious because you know that's going to go wrong. But that's what makes it real, is those kind of things. Whether it's for no reason at all, the output of the mixer deciding that it's going to only play through one of the outputs rather than both. I still don't understand why that is, because I've got my mixer thing there. What's that? Is that? No, it definitely looks like it's. I've not panned it left or anything daft like that, have I? No, but then that'd be everything panned left, wouldn't it? That's pan central, Central American panning. Oh, main left right. That's definitely output there. That looks like it's going in, but it must be a cable issue. I'm taking out a mini jack from a XLR. It's never a thing, is it? Hang on. It's an. It's poly. My polyhector died yesterday. It's a Euro rack module. You see, I thought you meant bird, like parrot, poly parrot. I'm just in that kind of frame of mind. I need some sleep. Drinking last of my Dunkin' Donuts medium roast. Ooh, Paul, that's a good thing. I hope it's satisfying your need for caffeine. What time is it where you are? Are we still 8 hours from the West Coast at the moment? I don't know where the daylight savings is. Dodgy cable. Yes, Tom, it is a dodgy cable for sure. But I don't know how it's a dodgy cable because I've got to be careful because I've done this earlier on when Jackson will move and sit close under my chair. And if I'm not careful, and I do every time, he's very close, so he's not. I'm just going to duck under the table. Talk amongst yourselves. Have a look at that view. Oh, hey. Oh, I'm under the table. Mother, what am I doing under the table? Right, I'm just going to... It's plugged in. Yeah, I'm not going to unplug the one that works. That is so weird. Yeah. Oh, hang on. What's that? No, that's fine. I don't know. I just don't. I don't ruddy know. Yeah. Oh no, it's still not coming in. Anyway, we will absolutely leave it there. I think at some point I do need to. 3:25 post meridian. 3:25, the mid-afternoon, is definitely time for a coffee. You've had your lunch. You're trying to find a bit more oomph to carry on with the rest of your day until the end of the day. GMT -5. So you're East Coast. Is that Eastern Standard Time? Of course, Maryland is on the East. Oh, I'm an idiot. You said that. I could have worked that out. Anyway, I do, of all the places that we toured, and we toured a lot on the East Coast, you knew you were always close. You knew you were always in the South because you'd find a Cracker Barrel, which is a chain of restaurants serving Southern-style food. So you'd have lots of fried okra, which is very nice, collard greens, which I love, corn, creamed corn, all those kind of delicious cornbread, and loads of various meats and all served with, bottomless root beer. So, definitely filled more than, a few pairs of boots in that good establishment. But not to say that we didn't, go and visit other restaurants that weren't chain-based. But, it's you kind of know what you're getting. So, no coffee. So, what have we got? So, let's go back to... I was just thinking I need a cable tester. Do you know what? It's such a weird thing to go from an XLR, quality, solid, chunky, it's no messing. You know what you are with an... Oh, hello. Sorry. I'm chatting away to myself without even you don't have this. You had my hands. Not good for people who want to lip read this, but maybe we can auto-generate the subtitles. I don't know what I was saying now. Coffee. Going from an XLR, which is the perfect cable, isn't it? You can have as chunky amount of cores of copper, so you're going to get the best analog A to B route with a chunky cable. and then you've got something that locks into place and you can't get it wrong. But going from that to a mini jack, it just seems ludicrous. I'm just going to have words with my MP, I think. Hey, Nick Destruct, welcome to the chat. So we've got coffee, we've got Southern candied yams. Ooh, do you know, I haven't tried candied yams. Actually, we would always finish with apple pie and ice cream. I mean, you just would, wouldn't you? Sweet tea, iced tea as well. I mean, come on. There are so many good things about American food, not just deep fried nonsense with fake business in there. There's some good stuff there. You get a lot of bad rep over there, but you've got some really good cuisine, I think, and certainly when you get anywhere near the bayou, ooh, some of that spicy good food. Yes, anyway, let's not stop talking about food because I'll have to introduce you to the cake, and that's for later. Right, the only thing I remember of school. Multimeter, yes. So I think I'll do that. So we've a proper chicken and waffles place is heaven. Yeah. Just the word pizza. Okay. Sugar butties. Now, Andy, I think we may have had this conversation before, but if not, we're going to have it now. When I was a kid, my grandmother, who was from Oswestry, you'll know that place, in Shropshire, no doubt, the other side of Shrewsbury, not Shrewsbury, she used to have, what was the thing that I'm sure she had sugar butties, but she would at Christmas, specifically at Christmas, because I think, it was one of those, hello, I've got another hand, another sort of the thing that we would always have plenty of was chocolate bars. And she would take her Fry's chocolate cream, which actually I gave one to the legend Dave Smith when I met him in 2020. We talked about that the other week, didn't we? And I gave him one of the, bizarre. The video, I'll link to the video here so you can go and watch it. Anyway, so she would put that between a slice, cut a slices of bread, and she'd have a chocolate butty. I mean, it's not before Nutella, because Nutella's been around forever, but, before, I suppose, we were used to Nutella, I suppose. Hello, Pseudo. Okay, so we've got what we've drunk. We've seen Tom. I mean, we've had more than 10 with Tom. Jackson's not moving. Links. He's not heard me. I wonder if he can hear if I play his sample. No, Tom's looking, but Tom doesn't like that. Jackson's just totally asleep. He's doing that. Yeah, Fry's. I think they're a Bristol-based company, aren't they? Because I think Fry's was made in Keynsham, which then Cadbury's took over, and it's now accommodation. It's like flats for days. But yeah, it's kind of an interesting place. Keynsham. What do you know of Keynsham? Which, of course, is a famous Bonzo Dog Band song. So I thought it'd be nice because we talk about food, we talk about pop culture and things that we watch on TV. Shogun, just going to put that back in there. But what are we listening to at the moment? I'm having a bit of a revival with Jabriath, who is an American sort of singer, artist who made, I think, 2 or 3 albums, maybe it's just only 2, in the sort of early mid-70s. Very Bowie, very T-Rex, but just insanely catchy songs, really. But I don't think you can really buy the you can't buy it as easily as you used to. I listened to it on Apple Music. I don't know whether it's the mix or the master of it, but it's really brittle. And I just thought that'd be a nice tune to rework and maybe make an electronic. That's So what have you been listening to? Hey, who've we got coming in now? Lamar, how you doing? So Lamont and Lamar in the chat. See, I know your names now. There's no hiding from the Jervis. Cressy, he who hath come. Oh, ASF Stripes new album. Oh, I don't know them. Bandcamp, brilliant. Well, that's a good plug. I'll find that and plug it in the thing there. Fry's was a US. Yeah, Fry's Electrical. I know that. I went to a Fry's Electrical one on one of my early tours. Forced movement. Oh, okay. That's a good choice, Rich. The me then Crescent. Thanks, Biscuit. QQ. Any cake yet? All right. All right. You keep giving me your music, and I'm going to bring on. Oh, you were put on. So Steve was put on Warrington Runcorn Newtown Development Plan. Oh, yes. You've mentioned that to me earlier, and it's really good stuff. So yeah, check that out. Let's look at E's cake. So this is, we've had this before. This is carrot cake. Unfortunately, because we didn't have the cream cheese, we used mascarpone. I think it's going to be thicker, E. I think it's going to be thicker. It looks very thin, and it's because it's been in the fridge. Because it's obviously it's a cheese. It's fallen apart. It's not as sticky as it was on Sunday, but oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Oh, E, you bake well. Baked goods. Cinnamon. It's just there, isn't it? Cinnamon. There's no nuts because they can take it to school. The carrots are, it's got a thick, juicy, kind of chunky, meaty kind of flavour, but there's a cinnamon in there. It's almost on the big red scale of cinnamon. So it's a little bit more peppery, but then there's a smooth warmth and the creaminess of the cheese. Yeah, delicious. Very nice. Yeah, Fry's is a big old place, isn't it? Yeah. Welcome to Jason Check's Cake. Baking with Jervis. Right, we well actually if Cheese Strings are still here, he made these for me as well for Sunday's show, which are 2 white roses. Look at how beautiful they are. They really adorn the table really well, and we've got our remembrance poppy there as well, which I made on the with the crafting. So it runs in the family like a wooden leg, as my grandmother would say. Runs in the family like I never knew what she meant, but you know, it's just one of her quirks. Imagine that, having quirky relatives. Me. Anyway, so Evil Baker recommended replacing nuts with garlic. They're not interchangeable. Can I have some, you don't, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Yeah. I can't eat gluten. Oh, Biscuit. You could make that cake with gluten-free flour. And then you can join me. I've baked gluten-free stuff for friends, so, it could happen to you too. The new Paul Hollywood. Thanks, Anna. I love food. I love food. I love to drink. I love to play music, and I love company. All those things. Paul CPU on the bench. Yes. Well spotted. I was throwing some old computer stuff out, and I kept this. It's an i7 first gen. Can you see that? It's an 870K, I think. Is it a K? Is it before the Ks? No, it's just an 870, i7 870. Look at that. They're beautiful things. I mean, just to think what that can actually do. No pins, just all, amazing. So, I'm never going to find anything to put that in, so I thought it'd be something interesting on the table. i7, geesh, I know, right? So, Peter, what are you saying? Polypause. Paddy Steer and the new Moog Ensemble album. Ah, the Moog Ensemble. I want to see those. I have had such a, I love the idea of playing synthesizers live and loud, but not necessarily like dance music kind of stuff. And I think that really scratches that itch for me. Would love to see them. And of course, I'm not that far away from the home of them, the other side of Bath, I think. Anyway. Right then, so we're here to chat, to celebrate. Has anybody got any memories then? We'll have a think about those, because what we'll do, eating jelly babies. Apple strudel in the oven. Oh, Cressy, come on. I hope you're going to serve that with ice cream. Brilliant. Okay, so what have we got? What have we got? I was put on the points. Yes. Okay, so I'm also listening to Major Parkinson, which is kind of crazy music, but yeah, very, very bouncy. So last week, let's have a look at what's on the table. Last week, I have to apologise, madam. I seem to have rather lost my manners there for a minute. Just have to, my nose. What have you done to your nose? Yeah, I think, yeah, okay, so Steve says that he's not been here wrong, but Jackson purring up to the mic is pretty difficult to beat. It is, isn't it? He will come back later because he's totally asleep. I think he's just looking for the warmth in here. Hey, Billy Bud, how you doing? Guten Abend. All the way from Germany. There we go. So last week I very stupidly connected up the Playfader without reading the manual, printed the manual. It's probably still in here somewhere. Yeah, it's under Jackson. And tried to run a whole show. Biscuit says Jackson taking over the synth. I'm beginning to see a little bit of a theme here. Cake and Jackson, cake and cats. That's what we should call this. Cake and cats, cake and cats. There's almost a tune there, isn't there? There's the carry on thing, of course. Ding dong, carry on. You know, for our American viewers, the Carry On series is so quintessentially British and inappropriate, and in some ways probably it probably would offend and break people now for watching it who can't remove themselves from the possibility that someone might think that something might offend someone they've never met. But harmless fun that was well-meaning, I think. Yeah, I'm all for positive humour used appropriately and respectfully here. But creativity should be allowed to go, and free speech and all that kind of stuff. But the Carry On films are slightly inappropriate and silly. And I think there's lots of room in the world for silly. Just saying. Anyway, so I put the Playfader out. And I put my modular out, and I got nowhere with it because I didn't fully understand this. At the end of that stream last week, I whipped it apart, updated the firmware, and then realised, and then read the manual, because what I'd printed off wasn't the manual, it was quick. It was a quick setup guide, or quick guide, basically, and managed to get it going enough to do jamming in Jim Jams on Sunday. Now, going back to my idea of the world of synths, I think whatever kit I'm going to feature on this show needs to be on jamming in Jim Jams first. So I'm building up. I've got a whole day to play with it. I can put it on the table comfortably, play with it, and then I've learned it. I mean, for instance, last night, I would normally set up on a Monday, ready for tonight. I worked until, I didn't get home till 10 o'clock last night. And I was not in the mood for coming in here. Although I did come in here, and Symptoms of Reality were on, I think, and I was like a bit grumpy, and they cheered me up. That was quite nice. And of course, we had hardware jams on as well. So I had hardware jams on for a little while at work. Then I had to ride home. Then I came in, and I had basically at one point, I think I had both their jam and hardware jams playing. I did simultaneously because it was Manny, Dr. Synth, playing his part, and then Lamar and Lamont were playing some music at the same time. It was just worked. It was brilliant. It was like, wow, because you know when you get sort of usually conflicting things, but yeah, it was really good. So I couldn't replicate that. I couldn't tell you which part of what to go for when to make it again, but honestly, it was a moment. So that cheered me up whilst I then did some editing of the thumbnail. Yeah, I did thumbnail and the chaptering for Sundays, jamming in Jim Jams. But I did not play any synth. So coming in tonight and getting that ready was very much, sort of ready for that one. Billy Budd, check the last episode, which I missed live. What a shame. Enjoyed it big time. Oh, thank you. So that's the last episode of Jamming in Jim Jams or this. Yeah, lol. Yeah, you did. Jervis will produce us. I'll do it. Send me a track. Send me some stems. Brilliant. So, thank you guys. Thank you guys. So anyway, so I managed to. It's the Playfader is deliberately designed. Look at this. Now he's got the wristband, which Hadj gave. I think as well. I thought Hadj was based in Malta, but I think it's Cyprus. So I made that mistake. But that's it. I mean, you've got clock in, clock out, which can either be CV or MIDI switches here. So that that works on MIDI jack. You've got CV A, gate A, CV B, gate B. Now that doesn't mean in this instance. Oh, just look at it, and it just honestly it feels like a chunky Game Boy or something earlier than that, like the original sort of Space Invaders we used to have. Anyway, so it's a very definitely vintage vibed kind of. Let's create some space on my table. Robbie, you want to come back? All is forgiven. I was talking to Robbie on the stream on Sunday, and it wasn't him. It was somebody who'd mentioned the plant. I was talking. So that's quite funny. A moment. You can find that in the chapters. So the idea is that it's a CV manipulator, so you can use it with anything that's got CV and gate or anything that's got MIDI. 2 channels, so you don't necessarily. I'm controlling 2 pitch and gate of 2 synths, but you can actually use it to, for instance, if I was just going to use the Pittsburgh. Oh my God, there's cake on my synth. Nobody takes me seriously. And there's a reason why there is.
Mr. Jervis's live stream is full of cake, cats, and synthesizers. More often than not, you'll find one or the other, or both, on the synthesizers at the same time. I'm not watching him. He teaches me nothing.
God, just went down the wrong way. So True Start Coffee, Bristol company, B certified. God, that's so chocolatey. And it's got that sort of tang of oil, you know, car engine oil underneath it as well. Really delicious kind of combination of those 2 bitter and sweet flavors fighting to get to the tongue. Anyway, I'm looking for sponsorship, True Start. I'll be your man. Oh, here's one sweet scent. It is a clever design. It's very clever, Billy Bud, because it harkens to a toy, and all of us like bright colours, and we do like our dark and sinister instruments. You know, greys, blacks, blues. You know, really nice. And of course, that is deliberate that I put them together. But actually, these are 2 of my favourite synths with one of my favourite groove boxes. You know, so that's for me. This is a really sweet setup. And this thing, they never let me down. They always come up with, you know, I can play with them. Suddenly it's like, what is that? I mean, we'll have a little look at that in a minute, because so this as a controller, I think you saw in the beginning of the jam. If you've just joined me, then you can watch that later. But you can control as notes, you know, single line. So actually, I will have to. It requires a clock to work, because it's a sequencer aided tool. So, oh, by the way, I don't know what is it Lamar that plays the mouth organ, or is it Lamar? Stop! Oh, is it that one? I definitely thought of you when I found these samples, so yeah, that's your doing. But also, a little bit of this year, I have mostly been obsessing about cowboys, specifically playing Red Dead Redemption 2, which has led me to buy hats. I've stopped buying hats and I've stopped playing the game, but yeah, there's that kind of thing there. So, Once Upon a Time in the West, oh my goodness, probably my favourite Western. Yeah, Sergio Leone as well. So, you know, that is good stuff. Good score music, you know. So, let's focus back on jumping around. Did Sam Jones point out on Friday that was like he said it's more like a show for dogs because he's like a spaniel chasing a squirrel. I think I'll have that put onto a t-shirt. Getjervis, like a spaniel. Getjervis, like a spaniel chasing a squirrel. Anyway. Oh, Mags, I finished it. I'm playing as John, and I just hung on to it. I finished the game. My God, I cried, obviously, because you do cry when this game you invest so much time in. Fantastic game. Can't recommend it enough. I've got Cyberpunk to play, which I'm kind of putting it off because it sucked me in, Red Dead Redemption, and I think yeah, it certainly is. It certainly is. Gosh, what a great game. So anyway, this, we can change the scale. So that's chromatic. We can go to, major. Jervites unite. Crazy Wabbit, welcome. Claudia Cardinale. I don't know what that means, Marky, but I like it. Just Claudia. Oh. Cardinale. I don't know who that is. So you can change the scale. And of course, on Sunday's Jam, I had it in, at the beginning, just chromatic. I don't think I've set my phone to do not disturb. I keep getting notifications, which is really irritating. So just to give you an idea, the Radical Technologies Delta CEP A is insanely good. I mean, I've barely scratched the surface of this, and I've not played with it enough. But every time I play it, it sounds like there's effects on it, and there's not. I've turned the effects off. Right. The effects are just incredible. Square wave. That swarm oscillator is just a crazy thing. How big is that? Yeah, definitely. I've lost the pitch now. I didn't mean to press the pitch one. I thought it was something else, but it's so. I don't know if I'm in shift mode. Oh, I never know. I think flash again. RTFM, Jerv. So it's beautiful. So there's definitely some. Oh. Don't forget to like. Did I see that? Right, so that's just single oscillator, right? But the swarm oscillator allows for duplication, and it swarms, so you get, I don't know what the number is, but it can create a chord. Let's say the chords. So even in its smallest. Wonderful, wonderful. So we put a bit more in there. It's starting to, you can feel it kind of buzzing around. I don't know anything else that does this. And because the Playfader can change to a flipping, scale, I can actually play it with the Playfader. And it's fun. God, I love the Playfader. Sorry, guys, I'm gushing a little bit because I've figured this out 1 week later. And it's bloody brilliant. Yeah, it's a bit more than detuned oscillators because it's analog modeling. I think it just is very cleverly done stuff with it. And I don't think I'm doing it. I don't think I'm doing it properly because I'm definitely in pitch. So holding that. There you go. Right, here we go. This is it. They are panned in the stereo field, but you won't be experiencing that because I've got one output. I apologise. Rich. I mean, and the effects are stereo and they sound fabulous in my headphones. Sorry. I'm going to spend more time with the Delta CEP A. Hey, Robert Schultz, how you doing? Welcome. We're talking Delta CEP A2. So, So, a little synth with a big presence. And I think, let's put it onto the analog 2-pole, 12 decibel per octave filter. Marky, thank you. Sci-Fi Channel want their score back. They're not having it. Again, that's another thing, isn't it? The science fiction angle. That beautiful toy. Mags, if you ever see any of these, can I have one, please? If you're still in the chat. He visits more of the joyous thing of the kaboot sale than I do. And I do love a kaboot sale. I haven't been for one. Anybody recognise that? I've got the rest of the toys somewhere. I need to dig it out because that's a really cool toy that I had since 1980, I think. Maybe 79. Little robots clipped together with magnets. Brilliant, brilliant. I had a black one and a white one. So cool. Not very, I don't know where they came from. Santa Claus. Hey, Shroomi's laughing. Best mono synth is Dreadbox Nix 2, and I don't have one. Do you know what? Shall I try and get some? So I was just thinking today, I am rinsing out all of my stuff. I went to Bristronica and I made some connections and I was like, send me some stuff. I haven't been sent anything. Lee, are you still in the chat? Lee, are you there? Because he promised me something from Stylophone, which I will chase him up after the show, actually, because that would be a fantastic, the drone machine, that would be a great thing to have on this channel. How cool would that be? Synth, spaceship, space exploration, all in the sights. Yeah. So that's really... But you see how easy that is, just to sort of... I'm triggering it with my thumb. Oh, Dominion. Ah. Well. Yeah. Manfred Frick. What you went too soon. You went too soon. Sorry about that. Right, so that really just blew my mind. Can it send a gate when the note changes? Can it send a gate when the note? Yeah. I think it does. I think it does. So if you look at the, let's get that on. Ooh, drum interlude. Right, let's turn that off. So we're receiving the clock, which I can't remember which PPQ it is. It's not 24. It's slower than that, but I need to read the manual on that. So when you... where is it? It's sending the CV. It doesn't look like it, does it? Because I'm holding it, so it's holding the gate open. So gate and pitch. So I think, ultimately, sorry, you're not able to see that. So when I hit the button, can you see that all right? Let's just zoom in a bit, shall we? Super zoom. So when you hit the, let's do this way. Oh, hello. Oh, crikey, it's all getting a bit cramped in here. Oh, move up, matron. Right. Can we see that? Is that a little bit of shiftying? Tight and a very tight thing. So that is triggering the gate. You can see with the light there. Probably a little bit of delay. And that is, so that's, without anything, it's not glowing. I don't know if you can see it moving there. Can you see it on the, these are synth cables. Very similar to the Microvolt's Halo, in fact. So when you record into this or out of this, as we will do with the bass line, so that's playing this. And you can see a nice lot of lights there. Let's turn that off actually. So that's modulating the filter. So everything's lit up, so it's triggering. So once you've recorded in, you can get it to sort of to gate, but I don't think it'll do that. This is yeah. It sounds musical, yeah, even still obscure. Yeah, I think that's the thing. It is kind of an obscure, but I think it's because it's out there on its own. I think you've got this in the Touche, and I know Gaz uses a small modular rig with this on one side and this Touche on the other. I haven't seen a Touche, and I don't know if it's the sort of, it's the one, it's like, it looks like a little bit of wood, but it's a very small kind of sort of, you know, multi-sensory tool. But I think that's, yeah, because the other thing I thought about last week was that I couldn't get, this wasn't receiving a clock from this because it was set to MIDI, so I had to change it. Once you've read the manual, it explains, you know, the sort of, you have to press that, and as you can see, it's set to external. But you're not going to know that off the bat, so, you know, idiot. printed the wrong manual, couldn't figure it out live. Imagine. So anyway, take your time, learn these things. So it's made the difference. It's made the Getjervis difference. Oh, it's. I want to know why it sounds like that doesn't sound like that doesn't sound. There's more going on there, isn't there? What's that? I'm going to assume it's a bit of something from the cat. Have we got any other modulation going anywhere else? So nothing is modulating, and that's correct. So dynamic. Oh, you see, it's got dynamic responses. So it does. That now sounds like the envelope, right? Sorry, guys. Again, this thing. Such a crazy, and you've got. Right, let's talk about this beast. Another 12 decibel per octave filter, which I think is my favourite. Listen to that nasal. Makes you want to do that, isn't it? Vowly. So, modulating that with the rise fall function generator. Now this was my first sort of experience with a rise fall generator. It's a random, a function generator, rise fall. And it suddenly, for me, gave me access to some sounds that I've been... Tonto's expanding headband, you know? Those kind of... That era of synthesis, the 60s, late 60s, early 70s, when people were like really pushing stuff, and they had things that we don't have now because we've been conformed. So Tonto, anyway, big. But sine wave is so beautiful. So you can fold with this, right? But you have to have the fold level turned up. So at the moment, that's just sine and sine. So if we introduce this, it starts to fold the wave back on itself, and you get some really gnarly. FM vibe as well. So hang on. Sorry, it does extra. So the Pittsburgh modular, just as a little bit of a experimental sort of lab tool, is a great way to experiment with, those sort of expanded feature sets that we don't normally see on a straightforward synth. Although there's a layer below the Delta CEP A that has more, and your swarm oscillator is unique, I think, in its world. I love wavefolders. They're just... Right, so let's put on the triangle again. Sorry. You can make it musical then as well. It's audio, right? Not quite, but there's no effects on this, just so you know. I did think I was going to bring the I've got the raindrops, the Dreadbox raindrops keep falling on my head. Now that needs break beats, not. I just ruined it. That's quite nice. Right. Everything needs distortion, right? I've got one of those. Not quite the same, but it's still, that's more like an overdrive, really. Actually, there's a distortion. Actually, Biscuit is a distortion circuit in here. Let's crank it. It's all Morricone. Samples. If the flute comes out, you'll what? I need some delay because I'm a bit out of practice. I'm not getting as true a tune as I would normally get. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh, that's not it. That's not doing it. The wrong channel. There we go. There we go. Jackson's move. Let's remove the delay from my voice. Anyway, Japanese transeri. Oh, yeah, lots of different things. Danke Place, welcome back. Wears tweed whilst twisting nose. It's a whole new level right there. Well, yes, indeed. Welcome to Getjervis. So, are you pendulating? What is a pendulate? Well, that's really... stop. I'm going to just have to... I don't know what it is. Oh, it's that. Focus. Do not disturb. I should have done that before we started. I was still rushing around making sure I had cake, drink, that the cats were here. Jackson. You know what's going to happen, though, don't you? Let's move Robbie out of the way. Oh, I see. Jackson. Right, I reckon we're going to get Tom on the table again. Jackson. Come here. Right, honestly. Jackson. Tom, I know you want to come out and... he's going to figure out that every Tuesday he can come in here and get, stress-free snacks, treats, without having to earn them. Jackson, you're needed right now. Come on. We can't have a Jackson. We can't have Getjervis without a Jackson 5. Right, I'm gonna have to take the headphones off and go and get him. Right, talk amongst yourselves. Let's do the. We're gonna do around the table, not a round table, around the table. Come on, Tom. I know it's great to have you here. Come on, Jackson. Yeah. Like Jackson around the table, Jackson around the table. There he goes. He's figured it out. Tom, you coming up as well? Tom's going to come too, I think. There you go, Jackson. There he is. Jackson's on the table. Doing his licky thing. Tom, you going to come up? We're going to have a bit of a family kind of vibe. Yeah, definitely. Well, it's been catnip crazy. It's been a great episode. I've enjoyed hosting this. We've done some music. We've actually done some stuff with the Playfader, which, I can now, hand on heart, say that I do understand the Playfader a lot more now. So let's see. Cats, cake. Any specific... He's just set it going, isn't he? Let's move Robbie out of the way. He's offended. Jackson's offended by Robbie. I think Jackson's not. Whoa, Tom. So I'm going to stop that because he's obviously triggered the sequence there. But yeah, so anyone else who might have come in later on who wants to add their favourite moment from the last 6 months. I thought he was calling someone out in the chat. Jackson. No, Jackson. Dankit, that's Jackson. That's Tom. These are the stars of the show. And if you saw that, then that's Tom's had a bit of a fight with a badger. He won, but the badger left his mark by trying to put his head in his... I assume that's what happened. So he's got a bit of a scar there. A very interesting thing. So Jackson... and if we look at the top, that's probably the best view. Look at that. Just, you right, buddy? He just likes to, yeah. He prefers the Pro 3, don't you? But this is what he normally does. He's to get a little bit of. Jackson is huge. Right. There we go. There he goes. There he goes. That's what you want to see. Little Jackson's little face, and he does. There you go. It's a better one. Tom. You gonna do some purring for us? No? He's not doing any noises. Okay, come on guys. Seriously. So jamming with Jerv, Jackson and Tom tonight. Thank you for joining me on this Won or escaped. Hang on. Tom is the OG Jervite. Yeah, Tom is the OG Jervite. Tom's been with... Tom was my mum's cat, so I've known Tom since he was a kitten. Although he didn't come to live with us until... How long have you been here, Tom? 8 years now? It's got to be 8 years, I think, actually. Or at least 7, something like that. And then Jackson's been with us 2.5 years now. I'm sorry. Is the Playfader in the way of your treats? This is, yeah, it's great. Jackson is so naughty. Tom is... I mean, excuse me. You're actually... Thanks, mate. Tonight, on Cats on Synthesizers, on Jervis, we see Tom searching high and low for the last treat. That is it, mate. You can smell them because they're quite pungent, but I don't think there's any further treats. Okay. So, thank you very much. Let's just wind it off now. Wind it down. Have I missed anything in the chat, Steve, that I should look at? Andrew Longhurst. I've missed him coming. Thank you. So yes, let's do this again. Jamming and Jim Jams was fun this week. I'm going to get something different on the table for Jamming and Jim Jams on thing. Yes, Thomas, please like, subscribe. Tell your friends to do also the same, because you know I'm putting the effort in so that it does grow, and it is growing, and it's fun to be in and to be doing stuff for. My next phase of this is to start producing features again, which I haven't done a feature for this channel for a long time. I've just finished one for Toman, so that's going to be launched soon. But I need to get back into making them for this channel as well. So we need to balance life. Look at how gorgeous you are. He's like, literally, dude, what's up there? Tom. Yeah. You like catnip, don't you? Anyway, so yeah, so thank you for joining me this far, and for subscribing, and for liking, and for continuing the journey, and for being a Jervite, all of you, lurking gherkins all, as well as those that do pipe up and pop up and chat and join the conversation. So thank you very much for watching. I'll play out with some little bit of this kind of... Oh, hello, that's not working because it's not working. And we'll see you all again. Be good to eat. What do I normally say? That was a Sunday thing, but anyway, yeah. Yeah, so thank you all for coming and hanging out with me this Tuesday. I wish you all a phenomenal week, and I'll see you in various streams along the way. Symptoms of Reality at 10 tonight at UK. So that is in, 38 minutes time. If you're not a subscriber, on my previous video, there is a link to them. The last World of Synths, I think. So, thank you very much, guys. Be well. And I will enter the world of delay. Oh, that's not delay. What's that? What am I doing now? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to turn it down a bit just by doing that. Read some stuff. Thank you. Oh, and good night. Lead camp. Thank you. Okay, let's go. Like a shipwreck, go.